and the omnibus. So I was forced into the Archers when I was a child. And look, it's come back to bite me later on.
I'm awash with this stuff.
The Archers is the world's longest-running radio show, with more than 15,000 episodes broadcast. Despite being a rural flavour show, The Archers is recorded in the heart of...
Welcome to The Deep Dive, where we take your sources and, well, really try to unearth the most compelling insights.
It's the goal.
And today, we're not just listening in, we're plunging into some audio snapshots specifically, these fascinating excerpts from a recent episode of The Archers. And honestly, it's quite something. It shows how everyday village life is actually this rich tapestry woven with drama, deep emotion, some really urgent financial struggles.
Right.
And even a surprising scandal that's, reverberating through this really tight-knit community.
Absolutely. It's all connected.
So our mission today, to help you really understand the delicate, sometimes precarious balance of life there. We're talking family goodbyes, high-stakes business decisions, even these ethical tightropes people are walking.
And we're going beyond just the plot points, aren't we? Trying to uncover the underlying pressures and maybe some surprising connections at play.
Right.
Yeah. What's truly revealing here is how things that seem totally separate, like, say, a daughter moving out, a farm facing tough times, a local sport scandal, are actually, well, profoundly interconnected.
Right.
They kind of expose this intricate web. Relationships, responsibilities, the unwritten rules that govern the community. So we'll be digging into not just what's happening on the surface, but really why these moments carry so much weight for the characters involved.
And what it tells us about the bigger picture.
Exactly. The broader societal, maybe economic challenges faced by similar close-knit places. We'll try and connect the dots, help you see the unseen forces shaping things.
Okay, let's do it. Let's unpack this, maybe starting on the personal front. With Kate's imminent departure,
Good place to start.
we hear her dad, Brian, teasing her about bringing the kitchen sink with her, the kind of banter.
Yeah, typical dad joke.
And then there's this lovely little moment they're laughing over a back massage thing she never used apparently, but he wants it now.
Huh. Sounds about right.
It feels warm, just family stuff on the surface, but what else do you hear simmering underneath that?
Well, what's fascinating, I think, is the underlying current. It's definitely about significant change, but also I sense a deep well of apprehension from Brian.
Apprehension?
You think so?
Yeah, he's masking it with humor, definitely. But then he reflects on Alice, that's Kate's sister starting school years ago.
Oh, right. I remember that bit.
And he says, quite poignantly, how quiet the house became when his wife was still alive. That hits hard.
Yeah, it does.
So this isn't just about Kate moving out. It feels like it's triggering memories of past losses. And it highlights how he's grappling right now with the emotional impact of people moving on.
The potential loneliness.
Exactly, the potential for loneliness and how the family unit is evolving again. He even jokes, but maybe it's half serious, about Kate finding him a lodger.
Which she just brushes off immediately.
Right. Which kind of speaks volumes about his unspoken feelings, doesn't it? That impending empty nest sort of feeling. That's a really keen observation. It definitely adds depth to what sounds like just lighthearted chat. And speaking of school, we also get that little glimpse of Alice's daughter, Martha, on her first day.
Ah, yes, the next generation.
Alice says it was smashing. Martha was excited, even though Alice herself was clearly, stressed about the big step.
Understandably. Big day for a parent.
And her dad, Brian, again, he even jokes about Martha maybe not getting expelled like Kate did years ago.
Huh. Bringing up old history.
So you've got this kind of intergenerational mirror, haven't you? Alice's stress now, Martha's excitement, and Brian looking back at Kate's own school days. What does this mix tell us?
Well, it raises that important question, doesn't it? How do these personal transitions, even the seemingly universal ones like a kid starting school or a daughter moving out, how do they ripple through a community?
Especially a small one.
Exactly. In a village like this, they don't just affect the immediate family, they become these sort of communal touchstones. Martha's first day isn't just about her.
It's about Alice feeling the pressures of parenting now.
Right, and for Brian, it's a chance to revisit his own parental journey, maybe compare notes in his head, and the joke about Kate's expulsion.
Yeah.
It serves as a reminder of their shared history, how personal stories become part of that collective village narrative.
Part of the local lore.
Sort of. So you see the joy and the stress of new beginnings, definitely, but also the echoes of past experiences shaping present emotions. Particularly for Brian, who seems to be feeling these changes really quite acutely as he navigates this new phase of his life, without his wife.
It's a powerful illustration, isn't it? How people process change within that community context, where every personal shift seems to have wider ripples.
Yeah, wider implications.
It clearly hammers home that in a place like Ambridge, even private feelings kind of become public currency, influencing how people see each other, how they interact.
Mm-hmm. It's all interwoven.
Now, okay, let's shift gears a bit, because those personal undercurrents, they seem to be crashing right into some pretty harsh economic realities.
Yes. This is where things get really tough.
This is where it gets really interesting on the financial side, I think. Tensions are running high at Home Farm.
Definitely.
We hear about Justin, that's Auntie Lillian's partner, driving people mad, apparently, with his ongoing fight with BL.
Right, Brookfield Land Development.
And this isn't just, village gossip. This feud is directly impacting Home Farm. They're losing very lucrative work because of it.
Direct hit.
And Lillian herself says, with quite a bit of exasperation, actually, that in a tight-knit place like this, you just can't fall out with anyone without it impacting on everyone else.
She's absolutely right. And what's the real-world cost of that kind of personal grudge?
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
Yeah, this is where you see that ripple effect translating directly into professional economic hardship. Brian, who Kate just calls Dad, he's clearly under immense pressure.
You can hear it.
And it's not just emotional pressure. He and Adam, his business partner, they are, the phrase used is a bit up the creek.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Because they haven't got the contracts anymore. The ones that used to come through Brookfield Land Development.
So direct hit to the cash flow.
Huge hit. Despite having just paid off a massive investment, their no-till seed drill.
Ah, yes, the drill. That sounds important.
It is important. For a farm, a no-till drill is expensive. It's vital kit. It lets you do modern, more sustainable farming, reduces soil erosion, improves soil health long-term.
Okay, big deal then.
Huge deal. So having just shelled out for that and then facing immediate cash flow problems, well, they're in that classic painful bind that hits so many small capital-intensive businesses.
And it all stems back to Justin's feud.
Pretty much. That personal animosity between Justin and BL is quite literally draining Home Farm's bank account.
So they've got this amazing state-of-the-art equipment, but no cash to run the place and no contracts coming in.
Precisely.
And the solution Brian comes up with, it sounds absolutely drastic.
I guess, yeah, it really is.
He suggests they basically rush all their autumn planting, get it done in the next fortnight, which sounds insane.
Huge pressure.
Then sell the ridiculously expensive drill for 80 grand, he says, and just hire one in the spring.
Wow.
Adam, quite understandably, thinks this is just madness. He asks, who wouldn't want an incredibly expensive piece of kit like that? Which is a fair point.
It is. But Brian,
clearly desperate, he sees something in it. He's really pushing Adam, trying to convince him it's the only way to get some short-term cash.
yeah.
What does that tell us? About the psychology, maybe, of making business decisions under that kind of pressure, especially in farming.
Well, it highlights the desperate, almost frantic measures farming businesses sometimes feel forced to consider, especially in a challenging environment.
Survival mode.
Totally. It's a clash, isn't it, between a long-term strategy and just immediate survival. That no-till drill, it represents their commitment to future efficiency, sustainability.
Right.
But when the cash flow dries up, that future vision suddenly has to compete with the immediate need to, well, keep the lights on.
So Brian's suggestion is a gamble.
A huge gamble. Liquidate a key asset for an immediate cash injection, and just hope that hiring in the spring will be doable, affordable.
Which it might not be.
Exactly. It's a dangerous path because it compromises the farm's operational efficiency, its technological edge.
And there's that other layer too, the environmental pressure they mentioned.
Oh yes, the mention of the soil still being very dry, and potentially the new normal for farming.
Right.
That just underscores how these external factors, like climate change, are compounding the internal financial problems. They're making this incredibly tough call between immediate survival and future viability.
It makes you question the sustainability of the whole approach, really.
Absolutely. And this isn't just about money, is it? For them, it's about their legacy, their way of life. The emotional toll of seeing everything they've built possibly start to crumble must be immense.
It's a powerful reminder that farming isn't just spreadsheets. It's often generational, deeply personal, makes these decisions even more agonizing. Okay, wow. Now let's pivot again, because there's this completely different kind of scrape, as they call it, Linda's situation.
Ah, Linda. Yes. Bizarre and deeply unsettling is right.
She's being blackmailed. By Lawrence Harrington, no less.
The notorious Lawrence Harrington.
Who chairs the Roser, that's the local social club, a key institution, and the cricket team. This is not your average village tiff. This is serious manipulation.
Yeah, and what's truly fascinating, almost chilling, is the intricate way Lawrence apparently pieced together the truth about the Ambridge cricket players being paid.
It wasn't just a lucky guess.
Oh, not at all. According to Linda's account to Lillian, it was a cold, calculated campaign. Psychological warfare, almost.
How so?
Well, he apparently smelt blood when he offered Rex money and saw Rex's obvious discomfort. That was clue number one.
Okay.
Then he watched Linda's reaction, noticed her concern when he just mentioned Rex and cricket together, then her evasiveness when he asked her directly.
Connecting the dots.
Exactly. That confirmed his suspicions something was being hidden. And the final piece, Tom apparently unwittingly confirmed that he had no knowledge of anyone being paid to play.
So Lawrence put it all together.
With his sharp, manipulative mind, yes. He used these little observations to construct what he believed was the truth. It's a masterclass in deduction, really, but also in manipulation, exploiting the subtle cues, the unspoken things in a small community.
To get what he wanted.
Precisely.
And the truth, the thing Lawrence cornered Linda with, is that Lily and Freddie were the ones who secretly paid Rex to play cricket.
Right. Against the rules, presumably.
Yeah. And Linda, as the chair of the team, she knew. But she kept it quiet. Protected them, she says, for the sake of morale. Maybe protecting the team's reputation, too.
A tough position for a chair.
And now, she feels immense guilt, especially about hesitating to send some email to the Golf Association, the governing body. She feels the buck stops with me, like she's completely lost the moral high ground. She sounds utterly torn up by it.
That weight of responsibility.
How does that kind of moral compromise play out in a small community, where everyone knows your business, or thinks they do?
Oh, it raises incredibly important questions, doesn't it? About responsibility, loyalty, the delicate balance between those informal community rules and, formal institutional ethics.
Right, the official rules versus village life.
Exactly. Linda's decision to protect Lily and Freddie, while maybe well-intentioned for team morale, it put her in this compromising position. She's essentially condoning a breach of regulation.
And her guilt seems genuine.
It's palpable, yes.
Yeah.
Because she understands the principle of integrity.
Okay.
But then you have Lillian's perspective in that conversation.
Yes, Lillian pushes back strongly.
Very forcefully. She tells Linda, you shouldn't feel guilty. Says it absolutely was the right thing to do to protect Lily and Freddie, especially from someone like Lawrence.
She reminds Linda she still has the moral high ground over him.
She does, calls him a racist misogynist. Lillian frames it as protecting the vulnerable from a known bad actor.
So it's a complex ethical tightrope.
Profoundly complex, where personal loyalty and protection clash head-on with formal rules and the desire for transparency. It's that choice, isn't it? Upholding an ideal versus safeguarding people in your care.
Especially when the alternative is exposing them to someone you despise.
Right. And the community aspect just intensifies everything because everyone will have an opinion on what the right thing was.
That's a crucial distinction, isn't it? The morality within the community versus sticking to external rules, especially when the accuser is, Lawrence.
Exactly. His character definitely complicates the moral high ground argument.
So, okay, let's pull back. Look at the whole intricate picture here. What does this all mean?
Yeah, let's try and weave it together.
We've got Kate moving out, leaving her dad, Brian, feeling lonely, isolated, compounded by the fact his farm business is stressed because of Justin's fight with BL, causing him and Adam to lose contracts.
The financial pressure cooker.
Then, completely separately, or so it seems, Linda is tangled up in this blackmail scheme, protecting Lily and Freddie.
The ethical dilemma.
And here's the kicker, the real twist. Justin, the guy whose actions are causing all the grief at Home Farm, he's Lillian's partner.
Right.
And Lillian is the very person advising Linda to stand firm, to fight back against Lawrence.
It's an unbelievably tangled web, isn't it?
It really is. Everyone seems connected, sometimes in deeply surprising, often problematic ways.
And if we connect that to the bigger picture, you really see the inherent nature, sometimes maybe the suffocating nature of a tight-knit community.
Like Kate said.
Exactly.
Yeah.
As Kate wisely points out, you can't fall out with anyone without it impacting on everyone else. These aren't just isolated incidents or separate plot lines.
They're all interwoven.
Deeply interwoven threads creating this complex social fabric. Brian's personal feelings of loss are made worse by financial pressures stemming from Justin's feud.
Which Justin seems oblivious to, or maybe just doesn't care about.
Seems that way. And Linda's ethical dilemma isn't just hers. It pulls in Lily, Freddie, the whole cricket scene,
Yeah.
and the dramatic irony.
Lillian advising Linda on the moral high ground.
While her partner, Justin, is busy destabilizing Brian's farm. It just perfectly encapsulates this interconnectedness. The personal, the professional, the ethical, it all collides.
Leaving people like Brian and Linda under immense pressure from all sides.
Exactly. Forced to navigate these overlapping crises with what feel like very limited options. It's a powerful demonstration of how social capital, trust, reputation, shared history, can be both a community's greatest strength
And its most vulnerable point.
and its most vulnerable point. Absolutely.
It truly shows how reputation, loyalty, critical financial decisions, they're all linked in this delicate, often precarious dance within a community like Ambridge. And the actions of just one person, whether it's Justin's grudge or Linda's protective silence, can ripple through the entire social and economic structure of the village.
Creating unforeseen consequences that spread far and wide, touching lives in ways you wouldn't expect.
It really is a microcosm, isn't it, of how human relationships shape our destinies, especially when you can't just walk away from the people you live and work with.
Absolutely. That very closeness that defines a community like this becomes its crucible. It tests the limits of loyalty, resilience, personal ethics,
Every choice, every conflict.
every act of kindness or betrayal. It isn't just an individual event, it's a contribution to the evolving story of the entire village.
Wow, what a deep dive into the complexities of community life that was.
It really was.
We've peeled back some layers today, I think. Seen how just a single day can reveal these profound personal transitions alongside crushing financial pressures and these deep moral quandaries, all just bubbling away beneath the surface of seemingly ordinary village life. It's a vivid reminder, isn't it, that even in the quietest corners, human drama plays out in really powerful ways.
Indeed. From those bittersweet moments of family change, evoking past memories, future anxieties, to the high-stakes decisions impacting a farm's very survival amidst all these environmental and economic challenges. And then those thorny ethical questions around the local scandal, pitting loyalty against integrity. It's just abundantly clear that in these close-knit environments, every action truly does have a ripple effect. It touches everyone.
The personal is never really just private, is it? It's always communal in some way.
Always communal. That sums it up well.
It really makes you think, though, what is the true cost, personal cost, community cost of protecting your loved ones or your community's reputation, especially if it means compromising your own moral compass?
That's the core question for Linda, isn't it?
Yeah. And how do you navigate finding practical, sustainable solutions for these financial and personal dilemmas when everyone's emotions, their history, their livelihoods are all so deeply intertwined? It must be a constant negotiation.
It absolutely is. And maybe it leaves us with the thought, in a world like ours, where information spreads so fast and reputations can be fractured so easily, how do we as individuals, maybe as leaders in our own communities, how do we balance that need for transparency with the very natural human desire to protect those closest to us?
That's a big one.
What lessons can we maybe draw from these interwoven tales about resilience, about compromise, and maybe about the enduring power, for better or worse, of community itself?
Powerful questions. Definitely things to ponder long after this deep dive. Thanks for joining us for this really profound exploration today.
Thank you. It was fascinating to unpack.
And we look forward to the next time we get to unpack your sources
what are
together.
you doing now?
Just getting ready for the next episode. Just moving mics around.
So what do you do?
I do the spot effects on the arches. Just any
Are you what we
movements
call Foley then?
and- kind of. Yep. That's,
Okay. And these are all part of the paraphernalia of production.
yep. That's the bull bar. That's,
This one.
yep. That's.
Haley so wanted to be in their own place when their baby came. It's due in 2 months. Not much chance of that now. No. I mean, it would have been a stretch for them financially, mind, but I just wish there was something practical I could do to help them, Caroline.
I think The Archers has had this immense popularity over the years, basically because it has always very accurately reflected the reality of life and living in a rural community at whatever